Stress.
If you're having a heart attack.
I'm healthy, I'm young. There's no way it could be my heart. No way.
Heart disease doesn't discriminate.
Listen to your body. Go get checked. Heart disease is the #1 killer in women, and this is something that we can fight.
Visit GoRedForWomen.org to learn a woman's risk for heart disease.
You're listening to AchieveRadio.com. A new drummer for a new awakening.
Okay, good afternoon. Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Fred Fassett's Visionary Awareness here on Achieve Radio. My name would be Bill, and I'm the guy that sits back here and pushes the buttons, twiddles the knobs, and answers the phone and reads the messages while Fred focuses on giving you the best psychic readings available anywhere in the world. In fact, usually I say in the universe, so let's go ahead and expand it out to the universe. In fact, we'll go big time. We'll say the whole multiverse this time. Anywhere in any universe you happen to be in, if you want an outstanding psychic reading, this is the place to be. And the way to do that is to call in at 602-666-6027. Again, 602-666-6027. It's the number to call, or you can send a instant message either of two ways from the Achieve Radio chat room, which is located on the Studio A page and also on the Achieve TV page, which we are simulcasting on, broadcasting again on Achieve Radio, Achieve TV, and YouTube live video. So we're all over the Android meme, as another one of our hosts likes to say. We're everywhere today. You can send from the chat room, send a message. Please be sure and include the month, day, and year of your birthday when you do that. Or somewhat more privately on the right-hand sidebar of those pages I just mentioned, Achieve Studio A or Achieve TV. Just look on the right-hand side and you'll see Quick Instant Message. You just type in your stuff, hit go, and it winds up on my desk in about 1 second. So that's how that works. Fred's website, PsychicFred.com. PsychicFred.com. I always say it twice. Taught me that in broadcast school about 40-some years ago. And so I do that. But if you can't remember PsychicFred.com, you got more issues than a psychic reading will help. Right, Fred?
You got it. You got it. Let me tell you. Well, everybody, we got a new moon coming up in Sagittarius. That's a much better sign than it has been. It's going to be early in the morning. California, you're at 4:19 a.m., and that'll be 5:19 a.m. for Arizona. And the East Coast is 7:32 a.m., and it's like 0 Sagittarius. Then the sun goes into Sag 22nd on 1:38 a.m., of course. And then on Sunday, my little lady in Florida, my little astrologist, says this was going to get out of my way finally, and I'll be very, 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 very happy. All right, so right now the moon just went into Leo. Well, where did I go with that? Here it is. And, yes, it went in Leo at, wait a minute, what happened here? Oh, so that Wednesday, that does help getting the right day, 10:44 a.m. Okay, so now the moon's in Leo. So this is, and it's still in Leo, went in yesterday, it's okay today, and then we'll hit the 14th. By then, it's getting close to switching, okay? So that's what that is. Now, My son and I, trying to get me to blog. And when you start seeing this out there, you know I'm very dyslexic, so there's no writer. He's going to try and tweet it. Well, guess what I did? Spent 3 hours on my lovely iPhone doing all the predictions. And then he told me 2 steps to do, and I did it, and it said, failed. And I'm going, what the hell is this? And do you know, my 3 hours work vanished into thin air. I was not happy because I was having some problems with this.
Yeah,
but I want to share.
In computer work, Fred, we call that going into the bit bucket.
I was very upset.
But
I have to take. Now, I'm going to share with you what I got here. All right, I got a little bit here. And this is because of, let me find my beginning here, wherever I am. And I put my phone number in there and all this, okay? And what I started out, okay, where did okay, I said we are in a 14,000-year cycle. Weather patterns are all changing. Drought in California is crazy. Weather across the East Coast. And this is part of all the changes in California. Has had some rain and more common feels between November 27th and December 20th. Now, they were supposed to get some rain today. I talked to my friend up there. They got, it was north of them. But this is just a warming up, okay? Suppose this week of November 11th, there should be rains. And this is because of Mother Earth working to change the entire planet, and Arizona is slowly changing as the Indian spirits told me that 14,000 years ago there was more pine trees here, wetter weather. It came out wonder weather, by the way, but it's supposed to be wetter weather. And then went into a change, and I believe slowly Arizona will grow into a semi-tropical climate, where the what did I do here? This is interesting. I couldn't figure out what I did. This is a cycle we're in. My guide, Charlie, what it is, it's supposed to be 8 years, and that's what that's supposed to be, an 8-year cycle, which it started back in 2027. This goes through to 2018. And this is when everything is completed in the world. We'll see what's going on about wars and everything else. This also has to do with earthquakes, hurricanes, and tornadoes. There was an earthquake in Kansas. All this stuff. So what's happening is the Earth is moving in a circle, but it's moving and pushing these normal weather patterns in new directions and new areas, just so you know. Okay? And of the changes now, I'm the United States, but the entire world, we need to love one another and stop judging. And we need to we have quite a mess. But all of us coming together, this will help shape the planet and a positive outlet. And I did have a good day there. So what I'm trying to do is, we are individually powerful. A lot of you young people may hear me, and you're very good on the computer compared to me. Now, I'd like to see all of you get a campaign going, because we can change this earth into such peace where we can just blow everybody away. And this is what's needed. We work together. And this means you guys, too, not just the ladies. Come on, guys. You have an insight yourself. Most of you people, let me go back here, 77, the 80s, the 90s, and now we're in when 2001 hit. You all have intuitive ability on some level. You may be doing things that you wouldn't even believe you could do. So you need to start working on this, I can't think what you guys all call this, but anyway, start putting things across the internet out there so everybody can start. We can stop these wars. We can stop the negativity. And as governments, let me tell you something. I won't tell you what I was told, but there's going to be a shift in our government humongously, and it has to change. We can't go the way we're going, and I'm not going to say who's going to do what, because I hate politics. And look where I live. A Democrat in a Republican state. So I'm very careful because of my big mouth. So I want you to realize that there's so much I've got to say, and Patrick's going to have to go straighten it out for me, because I talk fast and I try to slow down so this gets done right. Because when it's coming up through my head, it's right. By the time I get it out, so that's what happens when you need a writer. So just be aware, all this weather, the cold weather that's going on all over the place, and some places colder than others and everything, is part of the change. And it's got to go the way it's going. And as we move through, when we step in 2015, everybody, that's the beginning of the 5-year cycle. And it'll be very interesting to see what 2018 brings us and how many people pop off the planet, seriously, by choice, by other methods. And right now, what I said this before I lost it. If all the senators and all these people running for their great positions and spending $26 million and whatever it is, take part of that money and help the poor in the United States and help repair our roads and buff up our schools, it'd be a hell of a lot better, and also raise our wages up to $15 an hour. Then they wouldn't go around shooting one another, because it's going to happen. But the idea of the controlled from the corporations, Mother Earth is going to give a little surprise. And I did all this before, and now I've got to redo it all. So this is where I'm coming from. There is change there. It will happen. And some of these people running these corporations could be down on the street with pencils holding in a hat. And she could do some real damage if she wanted to, because I've got information that I got, what was it, about 6 years ago? And it was unbelievable. So there's where we are right now. I want all of you out there to start sending positive messages out there on the internet, and let's see how we can change the world, because you all are powerful. God made you, and I don't care how you look at God. You can do it any way you want, to female, male, this, that, and what have you. It doesn't, Muslim, whatever it is. It's God. It's okay. Okay, Bill, let's see what we can do with this and see if I can, hope I didn't upset anybody, but wait till I do the rest of it. I just might.
Okay. I just wanted to mention, Fred, that what you said about the climate in the desert Southwest is confirmed by archaeology actually quite a while back. That's what happened to the Chaco Canyon settlement. Their water dried up as the climate changed, and it was substantially wetter 10,000 years ago, even 5,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Even just a couple thousand years ago, which
That's right.
Also Egypt is in the same boat. The Sahara Desert at one time resembled more where I'm at in the American middle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
A grassland than a sand dune blown nothing like it is now. But anyway,
wait to see what I come up with that area, that whole Arab area. Ooh.
Yeah, you've given us some hints, I can imagine. Yeah, another thing that intrigued me about what you just said is that the amount of money spent on these campaigns is so obscene.
It is.
And it's. But I sometimes question, for example, this last election, the Republican Party won hugely, pretty much most places in the country, after being outspent by about 30%. The Democrats always manage to raise more money. And so, the American public is, not as swayed by the money as they might be. I'll put it that way. They kind of make up their own mind.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a far cry from when Lincoln and Douglas spent about $2 for a carriage ride to have their debates, and that's what settled the election.
There you go. See? And this has got to change now. I mean, we had two people running at a particular head off thing, and they spent $26 million. Now, really, give me a break.
I think that was one of the smaller ones, actually.
Probably.
There was some that were, pushing $100 million total spent on the race.
Yeah, well, we know who got it here for our governor. I think what we should do is blow up some toys.
Anyway. I actually went to school with gubernatorial candidate Fred Duvall.
Oh, really? I think he's a good guy, isn't he?
He seemed like it. He was kind of the big shot, big man on campus type of a guy. And I remember a Sandlot football game. And Fred showed up, and we were playing football. We were probably 8th or 9th grade, somewhere in there. I can't remember at this point.
Wow.
But at any rate, somebody, one of the... It's a black guy, real nice guy, Mike Odom.
Okay.
I shouldn't have said his last name, but old Mike. Nobody knows. Nobody's going to go back that many years in history to find Mike. But at any rate, he just shook his head and he says, "Duval, he's just a lover. He's not a ball player."
I see.
Which, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of intriguing to me to see all the people I went to high school with down there in southern Arizona. They're running car dealerships, and one of them played in the National Football League, and he just passed away 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, Mike Dawson. He was a tackle for the St. Louis Cardinals before they moved to Arizona. Retired before they got to Arizona. But at any rate, I'm babbling, Fred. Let's bring Anita on the air to talk to you instead of me. Hi, Anita. Welcome back.
Hi, Fred. Hi, Bill.
Hello.
All right, which one? There's a couple of Anitas come on, so which one are you? Give me your birthday, please.
June 17, 1960.
See, you're a different one. That's why I do that, you see. That way you can...
Do you need to know what time I was born or where?
No. That would take too much time here, and that wouldn't work, so that's okay. Well, let me just look. Ooh. Okay. Let me see more again. All right. Are you aware that you got fire in your chart that makes you really talk? Are you aware of that?
What does that mean?
Well, you got Moon in Aries. I'm in Aries, and Mars in Aries, so you're not afraid to talk up a storm. And with your Gemini Sun, there shouldn't be a problem at all. And you have Gemini and Venus. I mean, you got a balance in here. Just to let you know that you're going through a cycle, and you're going to make the completion next month. Along with 500 to 1 million people, December 23rd, when Scorpio leaves Saturn, and everybody's going to jump for joy. That will get. Have you noticed all kinds of crazy lessons and how you've been feeling for the last 2.5 years? Been kind of overdone to a point.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, well, on the 23rd...
Actually, I was in the truck today, and I was screaming, and usually I normally don't vent like that, and I was just getting really angry, and I'm like, but I've been having a sore throat for the last, couple of weeks, and I'm like, okay, why is the sore throat coming on? And I'm like, maybe I need to release some stuff, but... Well,
that's okay, but here's my trick for that, okay? Echinacea and golden seal, vitamin C, and garlic tablets, and you buy that, where you can get it at, and it will actually Sometimes they'll make you go to sleep. Sometimes you just have to take it and take it and take it, and it'll kick it out of your... It's a natural antibiotic, by the way. So if you do that, that will help you. And the reason you're throwing a temper tantrum is your Uranus and Neptune thing, like everybody else is going through. And I think we all should... On the 23rd of December, I think it's going to be a Tuesday, Saturn goes into Sagittarius. He gets out a nasty Scorpio. I think we're all going to feel better. And so it's a whole new cycle coming up even for you. Now, you are Gemini, so it's going to hit all the mutable signs in time, but that's nothing compared to what you've been through. Did you also lose a relationship?
Which one?
I understand. I totally get it. No, that's all right, my dear.
Yeah.
But
can I mention a name? Can you touch on like that?
Sure.
Okay,
sure.
There's somebody who is named Danny, and I don't know if this person's actually been there for me to trust, or if he's actually causing some of the stuff that I'm going through. I've actually been feeling that way with a lot of people. Is it me, or is it...
No. What you're getting is people showing you who they are. Okay, that's what makes you question yourself. So it's people around you, because you're coming to an end of a cycle. So it's them, and I'm not trying to say you're all great. I'm not either. But after a while, there's people that you're going to push out of your life. And I believe that's what's coming on here. And does Danny really express himself well?
He does. He's to the point, and I'm more like looking at what I want in my future. And I kind of actually wanted somebody to help me through being by myself, helping me through this healthcare stuff. And
Okay.
I didn't know if he was helping me. He'd tell me what to do, but not by my side. And I was actually, and this might sound kind of crazy, but I don't know if it's me thinking that there are people doing things behind my back that I can't trust, or if it's me just not feeling comfortable and with the way I hear words, and I'm making it up within myself.
Okay. This is what I'm going to say to you. I teach this to all the students I used to have. I've developed 6,500 people all over the place. The first thing I say, you go with the first feeling. And when you ask that question, if that first feeling comes out and you get a chill or warmth or a negative feeling across your stomach, that's meaning that's them and not you. Okay, then you have to ask yourself, why did I need these people come into my life for? What were they supposed to teach me? Were they trying to teach me to stand up? Now, if you're having health problems with that eerie stuff you have in your chart, that's Uranus, and it's probably going over your house of health. If I was a true astrologist, I could give you the real answer, but the idea of the health stuff is also getting rid of the past. If you can get rid of the past and see yourself as a light, call on your goddess energy, if that's what you would like to do, to help you, because the other side cannot assist you till you call upon them. All right, you've had a lot of people judge you in this life as well, and I think you got tired of it, so subconsciously you got yourself under the weather. And so what you really need to do now is, I feel, with Danny and everybody else, say to yourself, wait a minute. And really pay attention and see if you get a light bulb moment, and I think you'll be surprised what you're going to get, because I bet you 4-1 is a lot about other people, and what the universe is trying to get you to do is stand up and take your power. And you stand up and take your power, I bet your health problems subside and start going away. All right? You're not supposed to leave the planet. You got too much to do in this life. You need to be writing, you need to be creating, or whatever it is that's there. It's all around you. But sometimes you have to get rid of a lot of people. And I believe that you are going to be dumping a lot of people. Try my method, and ask yourself, start with Danny and whoever else, and don't analyze it. Just feel. and say, is Danny there for me in a positive way? And you get, oh, God, that feels, then you know, no. You see, that's how you do that. And because you want help, but you need somebody to help you in a positive way, not tell you what to do, but politely guide you to where you're a Gemini like my son. Okay, and you got the Aries just like him. All right, so I never tell him. I always ask, because that's the best way. And a lot of people have been telling you this and telling you that. You're really tired of it. So what I say is go over one by one. Say, Mother, Father, God, I'm going to ask these questions. Please be there and help me, and let's see what you get. Next time we talk to you, I bet you'll come across more.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, did we disappear again?
Yeah, we cut out for about 4 or 5 seconds, Fred.
Are we
cut
okay
up after
now?
Mother, Father, God.
Okay, all I said was after Mother, Father, God, call them up, call Mother, Father, God up, ask them to help you. Ask them to say, okay, is Danny in my best interest? See how you feel. See how you feel. Okay, move to the next person, and don't get shocked if everybody goes away, because that means all kinds of new energies are going to come your way. So if that's the case, what type of people do you want to assist you? Remember, you get upset a little bit when people overdo pushing on you, right? You don't like to be pushed on.
Right.
All right,
I think sometimes I become the judger.
That's right. But you were judged. You were judged younger, so this is what you're fighting with. So what you got to do is get back in your female goddess consciousness and do this and turn it around and get yourself back in your power. Okay? I just had a young man call me before I got on the show. He called me a couple of months ago, and he wears all in black, and I says, can you allow just a little color? And he's in creative world, and I just said to him, okay, so I did some stuff every morning to help him, and I just said, oh my God, I know this is working. He called me, and he quit his job, which he was supposed to, and now he's got the strength to go forward. You can do the same thing. I want you to believe in yourself, okay? And watch how you change. Believe me, what everybody believes in God, your idea is perfect for you. I do one thing, okay, that's for me. And whatever you want to do there, I tell all my kids, when I had women in my class, I always say a lot of Mother God, because that's what they want to hear. So, and God doesn't care, as long as you ask for help, and they will come and help you in the most miraculous ways. Watch your strength change, dear, and I'll bet you 4 to 1 by the end of next month your health gets better. Okay? All right, you have a good day now, okay?
Okay, thank you, Fred.
Thanks for calling in, Anita. We always appreciate it and hope it helps out. Okay, let's see. Next, I believe we have, looks like, where are we at here? Whoops. Nope. That one. Yeah, Linda in Arkansas. Hi, Linda.
Hi there. Hi, Bill.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Fred.
Hello. Hi, when's your birthday, Linda?
December 22nd, 1958.
Ooh, oh, I know you. See why I do this? That always gives me the information, This is how I can get it. Oh, Miss Capricorn. Or did you get in the door the first day? Okay, so what is it? Is it about a relative or what?
I'm just wondering what the guides or angels, what I need to know, or what they would like for me to know.
Okay, first of all, how much, let's put it like this. You got a wonderful aspect that's going to come in the couple. You have an aspect like me. Yours is before mine. You have that Jupiter in Scorpio. That's a real good aspect. Do you find out that money will come to you almost right at the closing door to bail your little tushy out, and you sit there and go, oh, my God. There's a lesson with Jupiter and Scorpio. There's a lesson there. What the lesson is, what we humans have to learn is when that money comes in, we got to handle it so well so when it gets a little, shall we say, no money there, that we handle it so when it comes back to us, it adds to the money we're now going to get. So you double it. Now, let's look at this. You've already did your Pluto stuff. That's sensational. I love it. You got rid of that. You even did your Venus too. Well, you really worked hard. Okay, so you got all that done. Do you do any meditations, prayers? Do you go? Why do I see you? Do you like to go walking around in nature?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want you to pay attention. Now, you're going to think I'm crazy, okay? But I had to figure this out for myself. When you're going out there, the tree people are live, seriously. So you can talk to them, and the flowers, and the birds, and the squirrels, and you'll be fine, because they all can communicate. Obviously, not quite like we, but if you really get trustworthy, you might get shocked who might say, hello, Linda, how are you? And then you'll jump up in the air and think, I think I went too far. But it's happened. So what they want you to do, you're stepping into a cycle. It's going to be, let's see here. When is this going to come in on you? You're completing one cycle. That's next month on the 23rd when Sag goes into Saturn. And you're going into your second Saturn return. But that won't be for 2016, 2017. I would think by the end of 2017 you'll be in the golden years by then. So, are you also creative?
Yeah, I would like to say I am.
No, don't just say it. And again, like the last lady, ask them to come in and guide you in your creative endeavors. And I bet you'll be surprised because they're saying you've opened up and you got a lot of trash out of the way in the last few years. Is that what you did? Did you get rid of people and junk around?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now the door is open because you're going to step into that Saturn cycle, but it won't come in until 2016 because I won't try to explain this. It gets a little screwy at the end of this year, and by next September 2015, it stays in there permanently. But in the meantime, go out in your nature when you can. I don't know where you live. I don't want you to be in the deep snow and doing this and get in trouble. Use your head and pray, meditate, start doing this for yourself, and ask for the guidance and look at the magic that will come because you deserve it. Okay, you cleaned out the negative. Now you're going to step through the doors. You got quite a few. By the way, you got some relatives, but they're not your guides. Those are your relatives. There is a difference, okay? All right, because you got somebody over to your right. I think, is your mother's gone?
No, she's still living.
Well, she's on the last legs, if you'd like to know. Are you okay with each other?
Yes.
Okay, because this might be very interesting there. But you got an older woman that's there, might be your grandmother or somebody like that. It's just to be there for you, and then you got some guides that are sitting there. It would take a little bit of work for me to, to figure that all out. We don't have the time for that. But I want to let you know that doing what you're doing now, get into prayer, meditation, whatever fits you, and let it just come in and call on God or Goddess, whatever you believe in, and say, can you please guide me? Write things down, because sometimes they come so fast you can't hold it in your head. All right, because you've done your work. So the next month on the 23rd is the transition period. There's 500 to 1 million people, I think, all over the world will go through this cycle change. You'll all feel like you got lead brick off your shoulders. So just know it's coming around, and you've done your work. That's even better for you. Lots of light around you, by the way. Lots of light around you, tremendous and so forth. And, you got a lot of relatives, but I don't have the time to break it down. For me to do that takes a little bit of time. But you're okay. They're loving you, and they like the change you've made, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You have a good Thanksgiving, okay?
You do the same. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Bye now.
Bye, Linda. Thanks for calling in. Take care. All righty, Fred. Let's get over the message board, which, hello.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me call you back. I'm on the radio, Maurice, okay?
Okay, he says. All right.
Oh.
He didn't know he was broadcast worldwide. Okay. Roger in Nebraska is back with us. Hey, Roger. Why do people who claim to have many degrees and who profess to have expert knowledge in the paranormal and ufology fields never say anything specific or concrete in their radio interviews? And I got a comment on that, but go ahead, Fred.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that's because a lot of them are just professing. They have no real knowledge.
Thank you. Thank you. You're very right. You're very right. I've seen this for years. I've had people say, oh, I've gone to this little university, you know. Okay, fine. I have a dear friend many years ago. He went to one in the valley. It was a nurse's college during the day. At night he did this metaphysical stuff, you know. And he was doing so much channeling that he was entertaining the troops, you know. So, Roger, a lot of them do, but they never had anything to say. But they like that degree in their egos. It makes them look special from their point of view, and they think they're better than you or I, and that is a joke. The person who has the last laugh is above. That's who has the last laugh.
Yeah, the least shall be exalted, eh, Fred?
That's right. Well, that's what that's about. Okay, just relax, my buddy. You're doing pretty good now, so watch the fun. After a while, Roger, people will come to you when the time is right. There's a lot of changes going on right now, and you watch. If I could do it, I'd give you the exact thing, but I'm going through a lot, too. Okay? So you're going to be okay. Yeah, that's what it's about. They're full of themselves, basically. They got paper and don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. My personal opinion, having grown up on a college campus and basically raised around PhDs, is the piled higher and deeper joke is a lot more accurate than most people think when it comes to PhD. It very often is. My mother, who worked with PhDs for 25 years at that university, frequently used to say, you'd think somebody with that many diplomas would know how to match their socks.
Yeah.
Anyway, Roger also makes a statement here, and I have no idea what to do with this. Fred, the sun is creating this influx of gravity waves and bringing this dark matter into the Earth that we call unknown space energies, and this is causing serious weather changes.
That's right. Okay, that's part of Mother Earth too, Roger. Roger, I'm all right. Because, let me put it this way. Let me break this down. She, which is female, and the creative force, which would be God, and we always say he, and there is a she. Okay, we've done so much to this Earth. And I mean, seriously, if you look how long we've been on this planet. And you're right about what you're saying. And the way we can change this again is we got to come in with our hearts and start working from a more positive mindset. See, there's so much ego out there. Let me put it this way. There's 3 Wall Streets. Okay, there's one here, and one in New York, one in London. I believe there's one in China. And then there is the banking institutions. They lie like it's going out of style. They only think of themselves. And then there's a loan, the banking and the loans. They're still in the same batch, but they're individuals. There's the oil companies, and we go on down the line. They believe they are the greatest thing to walk in the earth. And what she's about to do is, pardon the expression, give them a light plug in the backside, all right? And you're going to see a lot of this large corporations and those renting, more people being thrown out on their backsides, and they will be making all this money, and their lessons is to look at what they had the potential of doing and what they didn't do. But you're right about this. So what you've got to do is call on call on the light, love side of the same thing you're seeing and have them fix it or turn it around and make it into a positive. I hope that makes sense.
Okay, well, the timing was perfect, Fred, because it happened again, 45 minutes, and I've got you on a different computer this time, totally different system, so who knows what's going on. I just switched Fred out. We got to wait for his microphone to reset itself. In the meantime, Annette in Boston, out there in Massachusetts, East Coast. Annette, please send in month, day, and year of your birthday. Helps Fred tune in a little bit better. Not mandatory. You don't have to. But, you know, it does give you a bit better of a reading if you do that. And I think everybody else has theirs in there. Sarah in California sent the date about her question, so I guess that will do. Probably wouldn't hurt, Sarah, if you want to send your personal birthday in. Fred, I don't know if it'll help or not. I'm not the psychic. I'm the technical guy here. So, and let's see. Cindy, got yours? Okay. So, let's give it a try here and see if we've got Fred back. Fred, do we have you back?
Hello, am I there?
We do. You are, okay. And it sounds good.
Well, all right, was that, you said Annette, did you say Annette?
Annette, she's down the list away. I just asked her to send in her birthday if she would. Next on the list is a familiar name, Cindy up in Canada. Bill and Fred, birthday is 21 February 21st of 69.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, she's still having trouble with her in-laws, looks like. Last week we went to California to visit one of my husband's sisters and her family after not being on speaking terms for most of our married life. Can you tell me what you get out of the visit? Do they still have negative feelings about me? And the other sister is in New Jersey. We have yet to make any plans with her. Her name is Ruby. So basically a reading on her husband's siblings.
Well, first of all, this is they're very they've been jealous of you. They'd like to control your husband. They can't. And I wouldn't worry about this. Number one, okay, because it has nothing to do with you. It's their thoughts about who you are. He could have married a two-headed giraffe, and they'd still be doing the same thing. So what you need to do is to stop worrying what they think, and knowing that you go there and they have negative feelings. That's their problem. They've got some problems in the family. And they do this to each other as well, but they know how to put up with each other. And you're thinking it's you. It's not you, Cindy. It's them. And it doesn't really, really matter. What you need to do is move on with this and your husband. And, sometimes it could be either family, but you sometimes just need to let it go because it's not going to change. And you're working so hard to make it all work. Just step back out of the way and say, oh, well, and who knows what will happen. Sometimes when you do all well, they can't handle it and they come to you, but then you have to be on your guard because of their negativity. They're very negative, and some of them are a bit dark, but there's a lot of jealousy in there. Criticisms, judgments, you name it, is sitting there. So and if you're going to Thanksgiving and so forth, I wouldn't even worry about it. You and your husband, do yourself a favor. Go do something with yourselves or those that are more receptive and have a good holiday and learn to step away from that because it's not going to work no matter what you do. It's a situation. And you can be 95 years old, and until you get on the other side, you'll know what the lesson is, and you'll say, well, that was totally silly. That's how I'm getting on this. Let this go. Okay? Let this go. That's what I want you to understand. Let it go. It's not helping you at all. Okay? But just move on, because it's not going to change yet. There's nothing you can do. Is your husband kind of sensitive and all that kind of stuff? What he needs to do is tell them, he probably wouldn't, to pack it away. And you either love my wife or I'm not going to be around here. Sometimes it's the power issue that he needs to step up to. That is a choice. So, Cindy, there's where I'm going with this. And I came from I'm so sorry, a family as well. And by the time I turned 27, I surrendered and said, I can't do anything with these people. I'm gone. And I've never seen me since, and now I'm going to be 80 in next April. So, no matter what you do, sometimes it doesn't do any good. It's a waste of energy. That's what I see here. Now, if your husband wants to step up and say, hey, this is my wife, I love her, she's going to be in my life the rest of my life, that's where it's going to be, and they all make faces, then you leave and go away and don't come back. It's not you. It's that family. They have some negative perception, and get rid of it. I'm sorry. It's not you. It's them. Okay?
Yeah, sounds like a long time no come see type of a...
Yeah. Oh, I experienced that many years ago, and I just I went to, where was it? Gardenia or somewhere where my cousins were living. I walked in the door, and my friend was all excited, got to meet my family, and the one cousin sat there and gave me a dirty look for about 2 hours, and I figured out what it was about, and I didn't say anything. That doesn't do any good. I said, fine, I won't be back here. My friend said, oh, we got in the car, so I'm not coming back here. And, whoa, why? I said, if you knew the judgment I just got without anybody saying any words, I'm done. And I never went back. And that was over. Yep. I felt pretty good about it. I don't know where they are. Everybody says, don't you feel lonely? I said, well, once in a while, but you're not telling me how to think, how to walk, and how to do anything. It doesn't work. I'm Aries, and I've got a big mouth. Go shove it somewhere.
Well, there you go. All right, everybody, you are listening, maybe some of you watching, to Fred Fassett's Visionary Awareness. Those of you watching the live streaming video today, or who will watch the video archives posted on YouTube and achieveradio.com, for that matter. Actually, the one on Achieve Radio is a little bit clearer video. YouTube tends to fuzzy it a little bit when they do all their processing. But it's been very entertaining today, Fred. We've been watching your stage hands march back and forth across the set behind you half a dozen times. One on two legs and one on four.
Yeah, well, that's the boss. He's off today. He's off. That's the Virgo in the house, and the dog is 5 planets in Libra, and she's a little nuts, but that's okay.
Yeah, pretty shepherd. She's marched back and forth across the set, getting her 5 seconds of fame about 10 or 15 times here. At any rate, let's move along. Sarah, speaking of fame, here's a fame question. That was a good TV series. Remember that, Fame?
Yes. Oh, I loved it because I'm a dancer.
Yeah, exactly. So this one she talked about some weeks ago, you might remember, a musical that Sting is involved with.
And guess what? He was on yesterday on The View. And they did a whole takeoff on that, therefore. And so they had the 2 of the main characters perform.
Outstanding. Okay. Well, Sarah's question, this is a question about a Broadway show previously discussed, wondering about how Sting's musical, The Last Ship, will do in the next few months. Opened on 10/26 to some great reviews and some mixed reviews. Ticket sales are good, but not what they would like. Wondering if it will keep playing through March and beyond, if it will win awards.
We'll see. If he has the courage, I believe he does. Because there's a side of him that's stubborn, okay? And he's worked very hard at this, and he stays in that mindset, I believe, because it's modern, and some people aren't quite ready for that. His talent is exceptional. I think this will grow, but our planets are real screwy right now. That's why he probably didn't get the ticket sales he wants, but it will. We're coming into the holidays. I feel that's going to work. Sting he's a good dude. And let's just see what I don't do this, guys, but I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do. By the way, my guide is off on a sabbatical. Okay, and guess what they put in front of me? and I'm getting bits and pieces. They put a wizard in front of me, and one friend said, well, he's not going to hit you on the head and bring lots of goodies. I said, why not?
Yeah, what good's a wizard if you won't do that?
Because I started seeing the bottom of a gown. I saw stars and moons. I thought, man, I know I don't drink and smoke. What's going on here? So I have to go to my friends. Let's see what we're going to get. I feel it's going to take place. There's struggles. There has been struggles. Okay. A lot of strength and power. And he will be changing certain things along the lines. Okay, there's money. So that's showing the success is there. Okay, and there's a worldwide. This is going to take some work. Okay, transition. Bringing on peace too. He listens very closely. I've watched him. This has to get in the public's eye. There's celebration, victory, and what else is coming up here? The other side is going to make sure that he comes through this. I feel it's still going to be a success. Awards, see, when I do this, who is that? Sarah. That's another question, right? Just hearing this in my head just now. This is what we're working on. That's above. Okay, in other words, they're going to bring awards to him for his work. And this is being worked on. Okay. And I think he's going to get something personal himself, if you'd like to know. I don't know if it's a Grammy or what it is. You know, there's lots of awards out there. And the troops are very, very talented. So let's see. Balance. Yes. I just feel that the universe is going to help this out because it is modern. There's been a lot of modern. There was a very famous lady that was one of my dearest friends who is no longer on the planet. He was a hell of a dancer. And I watched that, and I always wondered back then, this is so modern, and it was, almost 40 years ago, and I can't remember her name right now, I tell you. And she did get herself out there, and things started working. So now we're in 2014. I believe that he will get an award. I believe the universe is working this. And he has patience, and he's got strength. He understands how the business works. And he'll be making some changes that will be positive, where it will draw the people in a little bit more. That's what I'm being given right now, okay? Hope that helps you, Sarah.
Okay. Well, good luck to Sting. And we'll just see how that rolls. And I think it's going to roll pretty well, actually.
Yeah, I do, too.
All right, Kayla in Colorado, November 3 of 1957, and happy just a little bit ago birthday, Kayla.
Yeah, really.
Wondering if you can look into my work situation. Do you see or sense a good chance for finding work that is supportive soon? Either interim work or longer-term work. I've been doing temp work recently. Any insight would be wonderful. Wishing you many blessings from Kayla.
Kayla, you're going through what a lot of people are going through. Okay, this will break. It'll probably break between the end of the year going into 2015. You're just like one of the other 500 million people. There's an aspect that's on you. And you're going to go into your second Saturn cycle change in 2016. As soon as this stuff gets out of Scorpio, this is where it becomes much easier. Do not give up. Stay focused on what you want because it will come. Be very clear about what you want. This is very, very, and you have Libra and Mars like me, so don't vacillate it because you could. You're very sensitive. You're very, 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 very sensitive. So don't let that water, I think you got, it looks like a Pisces moon, don't let that get in your way. Stay strong, stay knowing what you want, and hold on to that, and the right job will come forward because you're good at whatever you do anyway. And I hope you're creative because you need to work on your creative juices as well, whatever that is. Okay? So, yeah, you're going to get it. You're just that 23rd of December, my dear, along with everybody. I think everybody's going to throw off a big, heavy coat. And everybody's going to jump for joy. And you probably won't feel it till January 2015, unfortunately. It takes about a month. When something's been there 2.5 years, it's not always easy. So that's just where that's at, okay?
All right. Well, Fred, if that's it, that was perfect timing.
Oh, good. I did something right there.
Okay. Yeah, it was right on the ticker there. But the music isn't playing. Now I got to switch screens, find out why not. Let's see. What's going on here? Oh, there it goes.
Okay, 4 minutes.
That was odd. Anyway, folks, we will be back in about 3.5 to 4 minutes with hour number 2 of Visionary Awareness here on Achieve Radio. I want y'all to come back. We have lots of phone lines open. You can always take more messages. We've got several backed up. And everybody, if you send in a message, we will get to you. So just hang in there. We will be back in just a little bit.
AchieveRadio.com. Looking for a psychic with experience? 47 years as a professional psychic. Visionary Awareness with Fred Fassett. Live after the break.
I was leaving an exercise class.
All of a sudden, the pain started. My entire chest, shortness of breath, very fatigued.
Nauseated.
Thought that it was nothing much, maybe just stress.
You're having a heart attack.
I'm healthy, I'm young. There's no way it could be my heart. No way.
Heart disease doesn't discriminate.
Listen to your body. Go get checked. Heart disease is the #1 killer in women, and this is something that we can fight.
Visit GoRedForWomen.org to learn a woman's risk for heart disease.
Psychic radio, holistic radio, spiritual radio. This is AchieveRadio.com. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/AchieveRadio.
And we're back for hour number 2 of Fred Fassett's Visionary Awareness here on AchieveRadio.com. I'm Bill, and I'm the guy that reads instant messages and clicks on the phone and does all this computer stuff to try to get all of this information out to the cyber world out there. Those of you attentively listening, anybody wants to call in, we do have one on the line. Trudy in Arkansas, if you want to talk to Fred, touch *5 on your keypad. When you touch *5, it pops up a little flag. That way I can tell, okay, thank you, Trudy. You'll be first right after we come back here. I do want to announce, anybody else out there wants to call in, 602-666-6027. Again, 602-666-6027, the number to call. And as we have been doing lately, simulcasting live on Achieve Radio, Achieve TV, and YouTube Live, so you can watch us from any of those places. Folks on the YouTube chat, I'm not even sure if that's working, but if it is, I'm not watching it, so you have to come over to Achieve Radio and watch the YouTube window on Achieve Radio on Fred's page, Visionary Awareness page on Achieve Radio, to send a chat. But at any rate, I don't think we've ever gotten a message there, so might not matter. Let's see, Fred, I guess we're back, and I think I got everything covered.
Okay.
And so let's talk to Trudy, who was kind enough to raise her hand there. Hi, Trudy.
Hi.
Hello. When's your birthday, Trudy?
October 21st.
What year?
1949.
You're young, honey. I'm older than you. You're fine. I was born in 35, so hello.
Hello.
It's only a number. That's all it is. I'm gonna be 80 next year. So what? You know, I'm not crawling around on my hands and knees yet. So how can I help you, Trudy?
Well, I'm in probably one of the biggest challenges of my life right now. And I've been wanting to walk my walk, and I've been fighting to walk my walk with this situation since last year.
Uh-huh.
And, yes, did you have a question?
No. So what's holding you back?
Well, my body.
Okay.
I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, and they gave me less than a year to live, and they said I would be dead by now. And
but you're not.
I'm not, and I don't intend to go for a long time yet.
That's right. You're a smart woman. Shows you're holding your power. Okay. Now, I'm trying to think of the gentleman that does all the lectures. He's on PBS. What you need to do is start verbalize. I'm healthy. I'm perfect. I don't allow disease to attack me and go with this and see what this will do. I also, Trudy, I'm going to put a little notation here. I'm going to start working on you at either night or morning. And once in a while, let me know what's going on. Let's see what we can do about this. Okay. I'm not going to say I'm going to touch you on the back and you're going to be fine. That would be totally ridiculous. Okay, but I'm going to say I'm putting a word down here so I can remember. And I'll do some prayers for you, some energy work on you. Let's see if we can help you get pushed forward. And I'm going to see what the heck has been in your way. All right? You got a lot of Libra here, too. What has been doing this? Did you have some pain in your life regarding people when you were younger? Did you get judgments and people criticizing you when you were younger?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, that's what this is about. Okay, now, this is a hard one. I've had to do it, too. Sometimes we have to forgive those fools because why would we allow them to end our lives because they were all whatever they were. Now, start a campaign, letting them go, cutting the cords, and every day I'm perfect, I'm healthy, I'm without cancer, etc., etc., etc. Let's see what happens, because I understand that pain, okay? I understand totally what you're talking about. And let's see if we can turn this around for you so you can do what you've got to do. Let's look at it this way. Unfortunately, it's been a stop in the middle of your circle, but somehow you're going to get the strength and you're going to go forward. And we're going to call in Goddess, and we're going to call in all the healing powers and bless all those people that gave you a bad time. All right. Usually what I find out, now I live close to you, so I can't do this. Here's something I want you to think about. I don't know where you're coming from financially or what have you. Robert Weiss lives in Miami, Florida. Excuse me, my throat here. And he has changed people's lives because of what you went through, okay, and turned them all around because there was a code or something sitting there, and he took them to there and went backwards with it and cleaned it up and came back out this way, and everything was okay. As me too, by the way. And so,
oh wow,
yeah, in 2011, I'm not going to say what I supposed to have gone, and I'm stubborn. I'm the opposite of you. I'm Aries, and I love Libras, by the way, and I've got Libra in my chart, so I've got a big mouth. And then they gave me the word I was going to be gone in 2 hours, and they flicked me into the hospital when I was trying to check on something. I was like, what? Well, because I do this work, this pink angel, and I sense things. I saw as a kid, but someone interrupted that little tour. And this pink angel came along and said, you have too much to do, you're going to make it. Then my astrologist, Bill knows, called me on the phone. She says, sweetheart, you got one trying to kick you off the planet and one keeping you there. And let me tell you something, a little secret. Here's how it went. I got in there on January 7th, 2011. I went in the hospital. The next morning, I woke up in the 8th night. They had a killing in Tucson of all those people down there. Brett Michaels, the rock singer, was in Phoenix getting his heart worked on. There's a master called Sai Baba over in India. He was having some problems, which he can always handle anyway. And 4 of my friends all had health problems, and it was very serious. And I said, what the heck is going on all at one time? So the whole group of us, nobody died. So now we have Trudy. So I want you to put your boxing gloves on and start talking. I don't understand. What you understand as God is your choice, and start saying, I'm trying to remember Bill will probably remember it. There was a book out by him, and he's on PBS, and he's got because he had 70, he had leukemia or whatever it was, and his wife went to Brazil, saw John of God or whatever it was, and then they told him that he has to stay in bed. And he goes, I can't stay in bed. I got too much work. And when he went to try to get up, he fell on his face. And he started doing, I have a perfect body. I'm perfect. I do not have disease. I'm in control. I am perfect. And went on like this. And guess what? He's alive now, and he's still doing all the lectures. So I want to see Trudy. It's time you pull this one off, too. Try to forget. It's not easy to forgive people who have been nasty to you. But you're at a place in your life right now. Let them go. Cut the cords with them. Who cares where they are or what they've done? Because now those that cross over, they have to face all their issues. And they will. I can testify to that one, too, and I won't tell you why. But it happened in my family. And so start doing this, and let's see what happens. I'll start a prayer for you, Trudy, and we'll see what comes up, okay? Because I believe if we work on this as a group, and if you have a church, go there and have them put you in a healing circle and spread it out, all your friends on the Internet. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can turn this 4th stage around and turn it into 0. I don't know. We can only try. Okay.
Well, I've been working on it for a year, and I've improved it somewhat, but I have some new things, and I'm baffled, because I've been...
Well, I understand. Yeah, well, let's get more... Do you have a lot of people praying for you besides you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's keep this up. Start saying those new things cannot hurt me, cannot take my life. I'm healthy, I'm perfect, and this type of stuff. Let's try it, and I'll try it, and I'll bring my Indians in, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. I mean, there's another lady that calls us that I was really worried about it. She made it through her. So let's see what we can do for you. You're a nice lady. You got a lot of light around you. Let's see what we can do. And I can't stand there and say 100% you're going to be cured. I would never do that. That's not correct. Okay? I'm going to start working on you. See if we can get rid of those other things. I don't even need to know. Okay? All right. I'm going to start tonight, and I'm going to do this every day, every morning, every night. And then if you start getting really healthy, just go to psychicfred.com and send me a little email if you want to. And my phone number is, it's 480-236-5661. I try to help people as much as I can. And, there's reasons why all these things happen to us. And I see what yours is. But cut those people away that hurt you. And try to forgive them if you can. If you can't, that's okay. I understand. I had to do it, too. All right, so now I got it.
What did you say your phone number was again, Fred?
480-236-61. Okay? Let's see what we can do for you. 5661.
5661. Okay. All right.
All right?
Thank you.
Well, let's see what happens, all right? Okay, bye-bye now.
Okay, Trudy. Thanks for calling in. One thing I've got to put in here, you were talking about Fred, the fellow with the affirmations. One of my favorite stories is a fairly well-known celebrity individual who was diagnosed. It wasn't cancer, but it was something very serious, terminal.
Mm-hmm.
And he just went home and started watching. I think he picked Laurel and Hardy movies or something.
Okay.
But he literally laughed himself well. He just spent all day, every day, watching whatever his favorite comedy shows were. And just laughed all day long and had fun. And next time he went back, they said, wow, it's all gone. You're fine. So.
See? Yep.
Yeah.
And I've done that, too. My roommate actually comes out in the front room when I'm laughing so hard I fall out of the chair, and he wants to know if I'm well. Because I look at there's a couple of commercials I like. I love the Afghan, what is it? Not Afghan, but you know what I'm talking about, the little duck. I love those commercials. And
Aflac,
yeah, Aflac, yeah, there it is. And I like the other one with the girl with that. Now they just did a new commercial with her. She plays all the parts, all the different people in her family. And it just gets me laughing, and I do know that works because I've been there. Because when I got on my own and I got a little bit older, I really went into it and I started laughing, and people didn't understand. They thought, oh, now he's really gone, and I wanted them to think that, and I kept doing it. So we're going to get Trudy there. I don't know how. Okay, this gentleman I just worked with, he's forward now. And, everybody's got whatever they've got, and we got to get rid of those negative people that hurt us. And I would just, that's what it is. We got to get rid of those negative people, let them go, and why give them a benefit? Oh, well, see, now we got her, now she's dead. That's like, go play with yourself on the freeway.
Okay.
That's the way I look at it. Okay, love? All right.
All right. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you.
Take care, Trudy. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Fred. Let's see here where we're at. Oh, we're up to Annette finally. I'm sorry, Annette. The chat room or the message board just went crazy today. Yeah. Annette's day is April 2 of 64. 64.
I think I know.
Yeah.
I think I know her.
Could you tell me what is going on with my company? I feel that they are not honest. What a surprise that would be, a dishonest company.
Yeah, and she's an Aries, no less. And I mean, can't imagine why she would pick that one up. Let's see here. I bet you she's right. And that's when you start kicking butt. Let me see. All right. You're a psychic girl, and you're also going to that Uranus-Neptune return, too. All right. Okay. I don't think this is going to take that much, but Annette, that's your first feeling. That's telling you yes, 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 yes. Now, what you have to do, your way of setting people up to prove it all, yes, that you're right. Okay. Now you have to figure out which ones are not there for you and think that you're stupid and you don't know what's going on. You're somewhat intuitive yourself. You have been all your life, even though you're a businesswoman. That's the best time to be intuitive, by the way, is when you're running a business, because then other people don't know what you're doing. And I believe, I'm asking a question here, okay, for you. And I bet 4-1 it comes up very powerful. You're not the first person I've run into. Boy, I've had some fun over the years. You have no idea what's happened to people when they've asked me that question and I come up with it. I always like to know what the people... Yep. You're right on the money, dear. You need to get rid of about... Well, at least 5 people. It might go a little bit bigger. I don't know how many you got in your company, but they're giving me a 5. And this will get the negative energy out of your company because you're going through a transition anyway. Look, you're Aries, I'm Aries. We have Uranus kicking our butts. You have Moon in Aquarius, so you have to stay really strong. You got your emotions, but you're psychic. So, yes, you're going to get rid of. You may have to fight with, or people think you will fight with them and get rid of them. Yes, 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 you're 100% correct. And set up some things for them, and they're so, let me put it like this, their egos are so big, they feel don't want to do this. They think you're not too bright. Now, you're an Aries. That will get your dandruff up. So, Annette, get out there and kick a butt and get rid of these people, and you'll know which ones they are. They'll give themselves away, especially when you make some kind of saying, you ought to walk in and say, I know what's going on, and you're all dead and scare the hell out of them, and they'll all start making their mistakes and giving. Some of them might even come to you because they're so scared they want to stay there, and you can get rid of them. Your way of doing it, Annette, but you're right. You're right, 100%. It's time to get the croquet mallet out and go to work, okay? And take care of it, my dear, and watch. And it's a power issue here, so when you do that, it's going to make you more powerful, all right?
Okay. good information there. And let me see where we're at here. Boy, oh boy, lots of messages today, and
different than last week, right?
yeah, and earlier this week it was really slow. Okay, Roger, Kayla, Carrie. We did not do Carrie yet. Carrie in Ohio, December 5, 69. Scheduled surgery for 12/2, which was husband's great aunt's birthday. Who would have been 97 or 98 on that date. But my sister Cheryl, 9/21/63, has to temporarily move in with us. Can you give us a reading on her? Maybe her finances, as she has been slow in getting a better paying job.
Well, usually what that's about is there's a lesson in possibly her handling money. So let's look and see what's going on, all right? Obviously, your grandmother must have passed by the way I was feeling Bill saying that, you know?
Yeah, that's what it reads like.
Yep.
Who would
and
have
by
been.
the way, and Grandma's okay, so don't think about her. She completed her stuff, and here we go. All right, let's see what we got going here. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. This person, there's part of it. Where are we? Carrie, your sister's belief system feel that she deserves a better job and make more money, or does she have some idea in her head she's unworthy? Because I feel that she has a doubt. She has that Sag moon, and sometimes for people having that Sag moon, they don't always grow up. And everybody's different. But this, I'm feeling like she's doubting herself. She's got late Scorpio and Mars. Does she get negative with herself as well? Because and she's moving in with you and so forth because she didn't handle finances and didn't do things like she was supposed to. And I feel she had warnings that the universe has shown her, and she neglected to pay attention. That's what I'm getting right now. If this is right, please let us know, because as far as getting a better job, if she had, oh God, I'm knocking things off my head. Sorry about that. I really did a number on me.
Okay.
I did a real good job, right off my head. What I'm going to say to you, Carrie, is this. Your sister's got some stuck energy about who she is. I don't know if she was close with your grandmother or so forth, but she's got to get out of her own way. I feel she's stuck, and she's done it to herself, and she needs to get her mind in a more positive place, because I feel that she stops herself getting the job she should have. She's an intelligent woman, but I think she holds her emotions in somehow, some way, and there's some, I don't know if she's pissed off, pardon my mouth, something there too, the combination. I don't know if she had a husband or a boyfriend or whatever it was, but there's something about that too. And it seems like what she does, other people stop, or she thinks other people get in her way, and I think it's her. Her own negative attitude gets in her way of what she wants to do in her future, and she needs to remove this. And obviously she needs help, because she cannot do this by herself. My suggestion, Carrie, if I'm getting this right, I'm not only human here, is that she should see a hypnotherapist and work with about 2 months down the line, or a month or something, and get rid of all this anxiety and negative thinking. If that's right, Carrie, please send something to Bill. Just one I'm picking up. Because you don't need to be taking care of family either, because you're a good woman. You're there. You're kind of do a lot of service in this life, you and your husband. Does that make sense to you? Okay?
Okay. All right. Well, as I was reading ahead on the message board here, Fred, this is, Are you there, Fred?
Yep.
Oh, okay. It's starting to cut out, so I'm going to switch you out and try to nip it in the bud here. And okay, that is the most aggravating thing, people. Fred's headset every 45 minutes, just like a clock. It just goes wacko. You heard the static, and we found out that we just switch him out of the system for a couple minutes, and it comes back. And I've actually got Fred on a completely different system on my end here at the studio. Completely different system, and doesn't seem to matter. Every 45 minutes. And I've said this a lot of times, but I checked with Apple. Fred uses a Macintosh. Checked with Apple. They claim it's Skype's fault. Checked with Skype. They claim it's Apple's fault. So what do we do? Anyway, let's get on, see if we've got Fred back. How do you sound?
Are we back?
Oh, not exactly. All right, we'll give it another 30 seconds or so. And let's see, everybody, don't go away. We will get to just about everybody. In fact, I think we will get to everybody. Anue. Sarah's got a follow-up. I'll read that to Fred here in just a second. Shelley. And yeah, okay, so it's we're pretty well caught up with about half an hour to go. So we're in good shape. Hang in there. We'll wait for the technology to catch up with the rest of the universe here, and let's see what we got. We there, Fred?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. That solved it. Why that does that? Go figure. All right. A new way checks in, and this is interesting because it was something that we did not know 10 minutes ago. New Way says, more snow coming. Yes, it is. Hi, Bill and Fred. Just wanted to thank you again, Fred, for your loving support for so long, and let you know that since receiving such a bountiful message and blessing through you, they are sure keeping me busy and now in deep learning, preparing to step out into the jungle.
Wow.
And this is the interesting part. If it is proper to do so with me asking for my sister Trudy, and that, I believe, is a Trudy in Alaska we just spoke to.
Right.
10/21/49, and her cancer diagnosis.
Right.
Anything to add? And Trudy is listening on the line, by the way.
Okay. Well, New Way, I said that the people that was hurting her by cutting those away from her right now, okay, and she's your sister. I didn't know that one. But calling in grandfather, grandmother spirit right away. And I don't know what I'm getting here. Something about some herbs that she could be taking. I guess, I don't know if she's ingested them or whatever. It feels like it. You got a grandfather or somebody around that will actually help. And because she's a good woman. But when we get judged by our family members on such a level, and what happens is we take that so deep and we go with the pain so much, it manifests into something. This is what we got to get rid of. So, New Way, if you can really start bringing the grandfather spirit and the Indians, if you could, wherever she's at, if you could send Alaska, okay, send that energy to her. And I think this might, who knows what would happen. I have confidence this can take place. Okay? So, New Way, let's see what you can do with that, because don't doubt anything, just know. Remember, I'm trying to think of the gentleman's name on PBS. You know, I healed myself. I have no disease. I'm healthy. I'm everything, you know, and it worked for him, and I've used it. When everybody around me was sick, because I'm sensitive, and everybody got sick but me, and so this also works. So go for that, New Way, and let me know what happens, guys. Okay?
Yeah, New Way says going to be with her soon, and I've been asking grandfather and grandmother spirit to assist holding the light for her. So
good.
All right, then. Let's see. Thank you for writing in again, a New Way, and all the best to the both of you, and have a good trip up there. New Way, our wandering minstrel, so to speak.
Yes.
Has written in from every corner of the country and beyond, I think.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. Sarah in California. Hi, Sarah. About the Sting musical. Very interesting. Thank you. As a note, Sting will receive the Kennedy Center Honors this December, one of the few non-Americans to receive that recognition. Been some talk about Sting stepping into one of the parts in the musical, but he recently denied that.
Okay.
But who knows? Thank you again.
Oh, okay. Okay, that was Sarah. All right.
Sarah in California, right.
All right.
All right, and now we have Shelley in Shaky Town, Los Angeles. I shouldn't say that. You know, the other day on the Astrology, Your Astrology Now show, we had a guest from San Francisco, and they had a minor earthquake right in the middle of the show.
Oh, boy.
Right in the middle of a reading.
Oh, boy.
Wasn't much, I'm assuming, like a 4 or a 5 or something. Just shook.
That's what it was in Kansas. Yesterday or the day, they had one, too.
Yeah. Okay, hello, Fred. Birthday June 6 of 56. 656. You have something you see coming. Thanks from Shelley in LA.
Yeah, you're getting ready to go.
Okay. Revise my birthday, June 9 of 56.
That does help. That does help. Yep. We want to get it right, as best we can. Okay. Oh, boy. Go down here. Oh, that does change a bit. I bet she can talk. Jesus. Yes, she can talk. You're finishing your second set. Oh, this is what's going to happen. Oh, darn. Okay. Shelley, this is how this is going to work. You're in your second Saturn cycle. Well, you're going to be one of those like my son. You've got 28 Saturn in Scorpio. So it's going to go next month in Sag and go into the springtime. May and June, it's going to go back into Scorpio at 29, 28. So that's going to sit on you until next September 2015. So there might be some old lessons you have to let go of. You are in your Jupiter return, means money. So try to use that for yourself, okay? And, Jesus, my reading glasses are getting horrible. So what I want to say to you, my son has got 29 Scorpio. Guess what? They're sending him to Germany. So this is, that worked out positive. You at 28. So it's going to be just touching you. You'll probably feel something in June of 2015. It's only there for a short period of time, but that's completing your Saturn return should be completed in December. But it will go back there. So your Saturn return, your second Saturn return will complete in September 2015 in reality. And then 6 months from that is when you're totally done. So just look at stuff that you need to look at and get back and just clean it out of the way. You're sensitive too. Are you a healer? Because there's healing energy of sorts around you. All right. And if you are, because of this, I would do something with that because there's a power issue as well, your power, your personal power. And do you see spirit or you sense them or something like that? You've got ability. Okay, I can see that because your emotions are there. And so if you have any of this, this may be what the universe is doing. But this happened when the time you were born. It's not a negative. It's a period. Okay, goes out off of you next month on the 23rd, and about May, June of 2015, it comes over you until September, and then it's done. Okay, so your Saturn return is just a little bit longer than what it's supposed to be. And look at this. So if you're any kind of healing and get rid of people that you don't need to have around you, stand in your power, claim your power, and move forward and watch what this can actually do for you in a positive way. Okay?
All right, very good. And Boy, I'm having a time keeping up today. Let's see where we're at. Okay, follow up from Annette in Boston. She said, excellent, I will. So, good for you, Annette. And let's see, Joe, J-O, I assume female, Virginia. Hi, Fred. What are the intentions of Patrick? He broke up with me, and I do not know why. My DOB 2289.
Is that Patrick or hers?
Says mine, so that would be Joe.
That's Joe. Okay. Joe, a girl or a guy?
It's spelled the feminine way, J-O.
Oh, that's what I wanted to find. I put an E on it. Sorry about that. Okay, and Patrick. All right. Let's see what we get. I think Patrick's having a few problems. And it doesn't surprise me with young men and some of the older ones, too, to be exact. They sometimes mirror their fathers and mothers, but they don't know they do that. So, oh, God, he had to be in the Aquarian, too. See how he is? He's doing things, oops, got a little further. See, I haven't gone this far in a long time. Those pages are still together. Oh, shoot. We'll hang this up. Hold on. No. Who is this? Texas. Oh, God, I wonder if that's Scott. We'll find out in a minute, and then I can answer. Sometimes Scott is from, Scott Clusey. It might be him. Normally, I wouldn't let that go. We'll see how good. Nope, wasn't him. That's how we do things. I could have hung it up. Let's see what he's got going here. This guy hasn't grown up yet, number one. He likes to be right. Oh, does he ever like to be right? And is a bit stubborn. Oh, my girl. And he's got a lot to go through. My dear, he is going to go through so many lessons. What I would do, because he's having a lot of issues, and it has nothing to do with you. So, Joe, let him go. I mean, he's got a fairly good ego. His moon's in Sagittarius, so there's a bit of a boy still in him. All right? And this man should have been a Capricorn, and I'll tell you why. 1, 2, 3, 4 planets sitting there. So he's, and his Mercury, 5 with his Mercury. So he's pretty well stuck on himself. If he's as good looking as I think he is, I'll let him have some fun and you back off because he's not doing what he's doing. See, he's got some growing to go through, and he doesn't even have a clue what's going on. But boy, does he have a big ego. All right. So, lady, Joe, just let go. You better keep him as a friend and not be involved because he can't be there for you and never will be. In fact, if you were a guy, I would say something to you right now, but I can't. Let's put it this way. You don't want to get, because he's liable to tell you all kinds of things and really mean it, and then right at one point just disappear off the planet. So let go and move on. I mean, he's got a lot of problems he's got to resolve. And he is an old soul, and he's a bit stubborn. And ego, big ego, too. So if that makes any sense, dear, it's not you. It's him. And he shuts down, too. Shuts his emotions down as well. All right? So that's where that's at. So let him go. This is what I always have a hard time. If he's good in the bedroom, that may be all he's good at. Put it this way. But I think he's stuck on himself, to be truthful, and he's got a big ego, and he gets really upset, and then he shuts down and disappears. There you go. Okay? It's not your fault. It's him. Aquarian with all that Capricorn in his chart. That will mess him up for a long time until he grows up.
Well, all we can say is good luck, Patrick.
That's right. You got it.
Oh, boy. That's a shame. But, yeah, there are no shortage of people with issues on planet Earth. That's a fact. And speaking of issues, I saved this for last because it could get kind of weird. Roger writes back in concerning his posts earlier. He says, I was connecting this to our discussion, and last week, does science know about this idea? And while you're digging into that, Fred, I will just tell Roger that, I'm sure they have heard it, and
you're right.
Maybe have discussed it. A little anecdote from 20-some-odd years ago when I kept really up close with what was going on in physics and whatnot. There was a big discussion. First of all, follow-up from Joe. She says, thank you. Oh, my God, you are right. So there we have that. Fred has a habit of doing that, Joe. Okay. Those years ago, 22 years ago, I followed message boards and was really up on what was going on. And there was a discussion then about a book that had come out called The Big Bang Never Happened. And basically it was a description of what they called the electromagnetic universe, meaning that science has ignored electromagnetic effects in favor of saying that on the macrocosmos level, gravity isn't everything, it's the only thing practically. And this guy was saying, well, look at these huge electromagnetic charges all over on suns and planets and whatnot. At any rate, a professional astronomer was on there and was basically condemning the idea. And I asked him, I said, we know that these electromagnetics are out there. Couldn't there be some effect from them? And he basically said, he said there might be, but you're never going to find anybody to research it for the simple reason that an astronomer or a physicist or whoever gets tied to a theory and they don't dare go against it. They defend it to the death, so to speak, because they do not want to compromise. Right. For the simple reason that if they compromise, they'll probably lose their funding. So it's all about the money, even in those esoteric realms. Go ahead, Fred.
And there's a lot of scientists above, Roger, as I told you before. And I have a client that calls me that he's a scientist, and it's all about the money and everything else. So what mankind, again, is doing is not allowing the people to do what they should do. So they're putting another negative out there and getting in the way. Remember I told you there's a lot of scientists in the spirit world helping the scientists here on Earth. So that's what is probably going on. They're scared and they follow the orders they want to. And see, as people like me and somebody else would totally do it differently, and we'd be in a lot of trouble. That's why we're not there. But I do believe they had an idea, but they have to follow a protocol, like what Bill said. So it all fits in there. It's really a shame. And don't get frustrated. Keep working with this, because you might run into somebody that may be a little bit secretive, and they're doing some things that matches your thoughts or the way you look at things. You might be surprised, okay?
Yeah, I always point out that some of the greatest breakthroughs in the last 150 years or so, Albert Einstein's special relativity, he did while he was working a day job as a patent clerk, and at the time he only had a master's degree. He was not he was not yet Dr. Einstein. And at about the same time, my brain just locked up. Can't remember his name. A Frenchman, quite famous French physicist, who was not a professional either. He was from the French nobility, so to speak, and did physics as a hobby, and came forward with a brilliant experimental technique, so to speak, along with the theory. Basically, that electrons behave just like light in certain conditions and whatnot. So But the professionals, usually they don't have a silver spoon, and they don't work in patent offices, and they have to go with what furthers their career because, up to a point, don't we all? Haven't we all done stuff that we didn't think was quite right, but wasn't worth wrecking our career for? So
nope. And then the universe looks down on us, and they take a whole different. And we're changing so much between the universe and the earth, and us human people and the spirit people, and it's getting very interesting.
Let me break in just a. Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Jay will be with you in a second.
Oh, Jace? Oh, we haven't talked to him for a while. Yeah, so Roger, what Bill was saying and what I was getting, it's all right there. And maybe you'll run into somebody one of these days and we'll just be traipsing through the woods, so to speak, and break down all barriers. Because, like I said, there's a lot of scientists in the spirit world helping the scientists here on Earth. And I know this because they bring in a way of curing this disease, that disease, or doing this. Or I know this for a fact. Because when we used to do all this stuff in California, and we had a whole clan, about 20 people in my front room, all this stuff started coming through. And this made us feel really good, but then we're plain little human people, and we're doing the channeling, and that's when all the ferals came through, too, and we're being very detailed, and man, what a mind blower that was when I found out all that information. So Roger, just keep doing what you're doing. Let's see where it goes. Maybe you'll run into somebody and he'll hit the jackpot, and it'll be between you and that guy, and nobody else will talk about it because you can't. All right?
Okay, there you have it. Jay, welcome back, bud. How's it going?
Pretty good. Yourself, Bill?
Oh, I am quite cold. I assume you got the same Arctic blast I did.
Yeah, we're up here freezing our butts off.
Yeah.
Yes, and so forth. So I'm going to look at something, Jay, because did you feel anything the first part of October? Aries went into Uranus at 15 degrees, and it's still playing blasted games until the 23rd of this month. And then you got Uranus on your butt playing with you, too. So are you a March Aries or an Aries Aries?
March Aries.
Okay, maybe it's not as bad, because this thing has been so horrible that Uranus is sitting right on top of my face, and it's hit the health department, and let me tell you, and I looked it up, because I talked to the girl in Florida, and I went, until when? And then Saturn went in my first house, and if I lose much more work, I'm going to look like a little pigeon. Jesus. So so what's going on, Jay? Are you coming out of some of your stuff, or is it still going on?
Some of it's coming around. I was talking about my workshops a while back, and they're all great now. I mean, they're full house, which is great.
Good. Good.
Right now, I'm just standing up for myself, so yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
That's what you're supposed to be doing. Are you in your 40s or 50s or what?
Right on the 50 there.
Around there? All right, you have that Neptune aspect going on there, too. That's going to complete next year on December next year. Next month on the 23rd. So that'll get off your butt as well, and you'll feel like an iron coat is off your... Like it goes to between 500 and 1 million people, and could be more. And this is the transition that's been going on with Scorpio and Saturn. So you probably have Neptune sitting there in Scorpio. And if that's it, like everybody else I know, including my own son, it's going to open the door for us. I think on that day, I'm trying to think what I'd like to do, since they've used the shoe to kick my butt this year. So you got your classes are filled. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy. I'm going to be doing my classes different. It looks like in Arizona, and I love you, Arizona. But I'm finding out most of you in Arizona don't want to learn. So I'm going to start an interesting class. So what else is going on? What else is going on there that you need to look at?
I'm a person who I gave Sage and money for, and the person is well known to me and lives in California. And all I asked for her letter saying, thank you for the sage and helping her out, but she said, you're just going to get an email and that's all you're going to get. So right now I'm going to ask for the money back and get the sage back too.
Well, why not?
My chances.
Well, no, I would say, being very direct like you are, you did a very kind thing. She sounds like she's got an attitude and a chip on her shoulder. So if that's the case, she's not in that spiritual realm. She's in her ego realm. And don't feel bad about that, because do it before it gets too away from you. And it was a lesson for you, too, to be able to realize that. So you'll be a little bit more careful of who you're being nice to. It's unfortunate we have to be that way. I gave a lady here in Arizona a lot of classes and everything else. She sabotaged me so bad it was unreal. So to get it back and put it out that you will get it back, and let's see what happens. And you did a good job there. Well, she has an ego, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She's kind of nasty too, isn't she? Doesn't she like her own way?
Probably.
Mm-hmm. And she's not spiritual, And you were coming from your heart, and she was coming from somewhere else. So that's a shame. But her problems have nothing to do with you. So get your money back and start visualizing you will get it back. Don't put anything in there, and stay in your power, Jay. This is your lesson. Stay in your power, and you'll get that back. That's what all of us have that saying. If we don't take our power, Spirit will throw us a curve and throw us a real big lesson. Boy, do I not know that. Because you're coming into a completion time, and it's going to be a lot better for you. I think if you're, I was told 2015 is going to be the year, and it's an 8-year anyway, so that could be the same for you. Let's just pray it is. So go for it. Get that back, man. Get that back, and don't worry. If she gets a little bit nasty, don't pay any attention. It has nothing to do with you. It's all about her. By the way, she got hurt by a man, too, and not you. By somebody else. That's why she's got the problem she got. Okay?
All right.
So good luck there, buddy, and get those classes getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you just get that handled. I want to see your name somewhere coming up here. All right? Because I don't get to see all of you guys, I mean, now you guys can see me. I can't see you. It's the way it is. So, happy trucking there, my brother, and you're doing good. I'm proud of you.
Well, thanks very much. It's encouraging words. So, yeah. Yeah. Stay in that power seat. Do not let it go, because you'll track something else your way. All right. So stay there. Okay. Alrighty. All right. Have a good evening, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Yeah, Jay, thanks. Hey, before you cut out, have you had a chance to watch the video yet?
Video?
Yeah, we're simulcasting on Achieve Radio, Achieve TV, and YouTube Live, all three these days on a few select shows.
No, I haven't, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd appreciate, shoot me an email with any comments you have on it. Yeah, Fred's doing it. Monique does it when she feels like it. And Anne-Marie does it virtually every week. And that's about it as far as live camera video. I have a couple that are broadcasting to the YouTube, but we're just putting up splash screens and stuff. But at any rate, have a good one up there and stay warm, eh?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, Fred. Ooh, we're down to less than 1 minute, so...
Oh, how about that? Okay. You reach me at psychicfred.com first. I am blogging. We'll get that straightened out. And you reach me at 480-236-5661. Do not call me on my landline, because I don't answer it. That's for all the salespeople, so I can give them a bad time. And I may be starting a different class here for Arizona. We got to talk this one out. And we're coming out of a cycle, everybody. And I think we all should do something on the 23rd of December, because what we've been kicked with a club for a long time. So that's the day, and I believe that's on a Tuesday. Doesn't matter, as long as it gets into Sag and gets away from Scorpio. Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius are the hardest Saturns there are. So, okay, so lots of luck. Remember what I'm saying, all you young people, and this new way of communicating on the computer, send out stuff all over so we can get our power back, get our United States back, and let all these people doing negative things here and everywhere that they can't touch us. Well, God bless all of you. Lots of love to everybody in the world. Okay.
Okay, and we will be back with another edition of Visionary Awareness next week, as per usual. In the meantime, check out Fred's website, psychicfred.com. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. A new drummer for a new awakening.
What if there was a universal sound that could resonate our physical body and our chakras? What if this sound could actually change our DNA and bring about a quantum leap in our